everyone, welcome to day 4 of my free yoga series, Back to Basics. Today's video will be working through a sun salutation. So this is Surya Namaskar C. So sun salutations are a great way to start the day, so they're really good to practice first thing in the morning, or at least in the first half of the day. They provide lots of extra circulation of blood throughout the whole body, and it's a great way to just bring some energy back in as well. So we'll start in downward facing dog. If you're not familiar with this pose, feel free to go back and have a look at my other videos. So we'll come into our table. You might want some blocks handy as well, maybe a blanket for under the knees. So once you're ready, just coming into your tabletop and just setting up for downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, take a nice inhale, and then as you exhale, tucking toes, lifting knees, hips to sky, and then just starting to pulse through the legs, taking some movement, really pressing into the hands. So just take another 2 breaths here, taking any movements that your body's asking for. And then on your next breath in, you can just look towards the fingers and then take as many steps as you need just to bring your feet to the top of your mat. Keeping the feet about hip distance. And then just bowing here for Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to rise, lifting arms all the way up to sky. Exhaling, hands land down into the center of the chest. Staying here for 3 breaths. Aware of the feet, becoming aware of the breath, and just noticing how your body's feeling today. On your next breath in, we'll start to lift the gaze, lift the hands all the way up, and then exhaling, hinging at the hips to dive down to Uttanasana. Feel free to grab the blocks here, or you can place your hands on the shins, wherever's comfortable, bowing head. Inhale to rise chest, Ardha Uttanasana. So using blocks or the shins to support. And then exhaling back to Uttanasana, forward fold. Then beginning to bend the knees if you need, planting the hands down. We'll take a big step back with the right foot, landing the right knee down, and then slowly lifting up. Really pressing through the feet here. If you have further to go, you can maybe wiggle that front foot more forward. And then option to keep the hands at the hips. And just breathing in to lift ribs, lift chest, lift the head. As you exhale, keeping that lift as you surrender more into the hips, into that front knee. Taking another 2 breaths here. Option to lift the arms up to sky. Staying nice and active through the fingers, descending the shoulders away from the ears. Taking 1 more breath wherever you are, and then exhaling, landing the hands around the front foot, plant the fingers, and then stepping back downward dog for 3 breaths. Option here to take a child's pose if you like. If you'd like to take a child's pose, just opening the knees out to the edges, and then dropping the hips back towards the heels, maybe staying lifted or grounding down through the front body, lowering the head. Taking another breath wherever you are. If you're in child's pose, slowly making your way back up to downward facing dog. And then on your next breath in, we'll step right foot forward in between the hands, dropping left knee down this time. Just adjusting the feet so that you find balance. And then taking any modification that suits you, maybe hands at hips, maybe lifting up the hands to the sky. Creating length through the sides, the ribs, the waist. And just getting nice and heavy through the hips, bending into the knee. Take 1 more breath. Exhale, hands come down around the right foot. We'll pop up onto the back foot here, and then take a big step forward, as many steps as you need. Bringing both feet together, and then exhaling, folding for Uttanasana. Inhale to rise all the way up. Hands can touch. Exhale. exhaling, palms together at heart center. So just taking a few breaths here. Just allowing your body to integrate the movements. Just welcoming the breath. And your next breath in will rise the arms all the way back up. And then exhaling, diving forward, opening the chest for Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to rise chest, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold, bowing in. This time stepping right foot back as you breathe in. Exhale to drop the knee down. On your next breath in, we'll inhale to rise arms or keep hands at hips. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders. Taking one more breath, maybe getting taller, longer through the upper body. Exhale, hands around the front foot, planting palms, stepping back, child's pose or downward facing dog for 3 breaths. And feeling free to just take any movements that your body's asking for. If you're in child's pose, making your way back to downward facing dog. And on your next breath in, we'll step left foot forward, in between the hands, dropping right knee down. Gently coming up, hands at hips, or inhale to rise arms to sky. Staying nice and active through the fingers. Maybe opening the palms wider, just to give the shoulders some more space to open. Take one more breath. Exhale, hands come down around the front foot. Coming up onto the back foot here, looking forward, taking a big step, coming back to Uttanasana as you exhale, folding in. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhaling, hands come down through center of chest. Again, just welcoming the breath. Welcoming any sensations. And then we'll keep the flow going. Inhaling to rise the arms all the way up. Exhaling to bow, Uttanasana. Inhaling to lift belly, heart and head, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold. Planting the hands here, stepping back with the right foot. Option here to keep the back foot lifted this time, otherwise you can drop the knee. Getting nice and steady through the feet. And then inhaling, hands to hips or lifting to sky. If the back foot is lifted, really pressing out through the back heel, the back inner thigh, while keeping that bend in the front knee, lifting up from the hips. Take one more breath. Exhaling, hands come around the front foot. And then stepping back, downward facing dog. Or child's pose, taking 3 breaths. If you're in child's pose, making your way back to downward facing dog. And then option here, as you inhale, maybe lifting right leg to sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, drawing the hands, foot in between hands. Setting up for high or low lunge, your choice. So steady through the feet. Drawing heels towards each other. Inhaling to rise, maybe with the hands. Offering chest to sky, relaxing the shoulders. Take one more breath. Exhaling, hands come down around the front foot. If the back knee is dropped, just lifting here and then taking a big step or many steps back to the front of your mat. As you exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. And then inhale to rise all the way up. Exhaling, hands come down through center of chest. Taking 2 more breaths here before we move on to the other side. And just taking any modification that's serving you best today. Taking one more sweet, full breath in. And then allowing the exhale to wash down through the body. Next inhale, we'll lift the arms all the way up to sky. Exhaling to fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling for half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold. On your next breath in, we'll step the left foot back. And then your choice, dropping the knee or keeping it lifted. High or low lunge, your choice. So finding your balance, drawing the heels towards the center, towards the pelvis. Inhaling to lift the hands. And just seeing where you can relax any tension, maybe in the face, maybe shoulders. Take one more breath. Exhale, hands come down around the front foot. And then step in, right foot back for child's pose or downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths or more if you need. Taking one final cycle of breath here, maybe making your way back to downward facing dog. And then really grounding through the right foot. Inhale to lift right leg to sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bringing foot between the hands. On your next breath in, rising up. Exhale to bend into that front knee, wherever you are. Next breath in, lifting up through the fingers, lengthening through the sides, opening through the chest. Taking one more breath. Exhale, hands come down around the front foot. Maybe lifting the knee if it's not there already. Taking a big step or as many steps as you need, coming back to the front of your mat. As you exhale, taking Uttanasana, forward fold, bowing in. Inhale to rise, lifting belly, heart and head. Palms touch above the head, lifting to sky, exhaling. Hands come down through center of chest. And then from here, as we end our sun salutation, just bringing palms forward, releasing the hands for Tadasana, mountain pose. So as you open the palms forward, just dropping or drawing the thumbs back behind you, pinky fingers roll forward, just inviting the chest to lift, the shoulders to roll back. And with an open chest and open heart, just welcoming the breath. Stay here for as long as you need, taking as many breaths